Alexandra Bello Productions presents Artistic Times Radio with Alexandra Bello, covering art events, museums, festivals, and music. We have interviews of artists, celebrities, musicians, writers, and more. Learn about South Florida happenings and discover art firsthand while enjoying red carpets, fashion shows, and press conferences from the hand of our host, Alexandra Bello. Tune in on WNN 1470 every Tuesday night at 7:30 and on my website, ABP TV. Now, it's about to get artistic in here.
Hi guys, how are you? Alexandra Bello here with Artistic Times. One more week of greatness and artistry. We are here with two amazing gentlemen that are going to talk to us about a movie, a major blockbuster being shot here in South Florida this year at the end of 2015. I want to welcome Michael McLaren, producer, director, writer, and I want to welcome veteran actor Thomas Falburn.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you very much. You can come closer to the microphone when you're going to say something. I don't bite. The microphone doesn't bite either. Anyways, we are talking about Evil Intentions. Am I allowed to say, what am I allowed to say on, I would rather you to say something on the air.
Evil Intentions.
I don't want to give away too much.
You can give away whatever you want, honey.
Well, Michael was telling me about the story, and it's amazing how he connects the past from a real fact of a doctor that was, he was torturing people, but at the same time he was discovering and experimenting on people. And then he basically leaves all this information written down, and then it passes on some way to other generations.
Dr. Mengele.
Dr. Mengele.
The butcher of Auschwitz, angel of death, was granted safe passage to South America via London. And we pick up the story in his later life when he created a deadly vial that would wipe out the human race other than pure Aryan.
Wow.
And
you connect a cop from England as well and things like that.
Well,
you make it into a mystery action film.
It's written like an Agatha Christie. It's so many twists and turns. The audience is going to be wondering what's coming next. And a very good friend of mine called me a few months back saying he's been in the industry many, many years, read many, many scripts, and it's the first time he's ever kicked himself in the butt.
Nice.
Seriously. Because he didn't expect what was coming at the end. So,
awesome.
But I'm super excited.
Awesome. Now, tell me how Thomas is involved with the project.
Well, Thomas and I go back quite a few years. We've worked on one or two projects in the past. I just love his enthusiasm for film. He's got a great look on camera, And when I was casting for Ozzy Lipinski, Thomas's stare came to mind. I thought,
yeah,
he's my guy. So I called Thomas. I says, I've got this scene. I'd like you to have a little read with me, see what you think. And he's been by my side for the last 2 years in pre-production.
Amazing. Thomas, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background so the audience gets to know you?
Well, I've been acting for 40 years, actually.
Wow.
I started in high school, and I majored in theater in college. And I'm from New York. And I've done a lot of theater in New York. And made a transition to film. And that was most of my adult life in there. And then I took a hiatus from acting for a while, and I actually moved to China, and I was living and working in China for a while. And then I came back and ended up in South Florida. And
wow.
and that was 8 years ago. I had no intention of staying this long. It was going to be a short segue to get back to New York. And I was amazed at how much talent and the opportunities for film, independent film, that are down here. So, and I think the universe always leads you to where you're supposed to go. So I was content. So here I am 8 years later, and I've met Michael, and I've met a lot of talented people, and throughout the years, we've just formed sort of like a clique. It's because as an actor, I always tell people I want to be on a set with people who are as passionate about the project and about acting itself as I am. And it's just so great to be with people like Michael who are as passionate as, So he's put a good group of people together that when we're on set, we're there because we really love doing what we do.
That is amazing. I mean, and it's actually funny now that you're telling me that you were in China and came to Florida. That a lot of people, I'm gonna mention Alan Heyman. Alan
Love Alan Heyman.
Yeah, I love him.
Alan who?
Heyman.
Oh, hey man.
Hey,
Yes.
man.
A lot of people that I am involved with or that are coming together, they all came here in 2008,
That's when I got here.
and that's when I got here too, from Dominican Republic. It is so funny how
You know
things
something?
work.
2007, I came here.
Yes.
It was meant to be, South Florida.
We were all meant to cross paths, and here we
I
are.
crossed the pond.
You know, we should make a movie called 2008 and just tell the story of all these lives. Like I'm gonna
write it.
I'm gonna contact all of them and just interview them. Tell me about the first year you got here, and that's it, the whole thing. And then we go to 2015 or 16, and this is where we are and how everybody found each other. Because I was shooting a wedding, and the couple, the guy was here in 2008 too. He's a musician, he's a composer, and a lot of people that I've been working with, they're like they came here from another place and they came here in 2008 or 9. And it's just, I don't know, maybe
Let's do
something
it.
happened
Let's
around the
do it.
world, and everybody said, let's relocate somewhere.
I'm game. I'm game.
Yeah, yes. Well, forgetting about USA and about 2008, let's talk a little bit about Maps. Now we have this new project
Maps 305.
that is going to help the independent filmmaker. That is the main goal here. And also, we needed something where we could work from. Like I needed, I was working out of my living room, and I've shot like seasons and seasons of content, and I would make it look like a set and everything, or I would borrow a location. But I am excited and ready to invest in something, as you are ready to invest in something that you can use for your own projects, and at the same time help other filmmakers. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, for the last 6 months, I've been, 5 years ago, I had a small studio. I was involved with a couple of characters. And,
Let's call them characters because that's what they are.
well, I'm being very polite. So it kind of, I kind of learned my craft here, dealing with people, and I put everything on the back burner. And when I met Raquel, we decided to, go forward. And she was, she's the one that kind of pushed me going back into the industry. Really, I'd kind of washed my hands off it. I was quite happy just going down to Benevision or Telemundo or wherever's filming, just to pick up, some work, and just started putting pen to paper again. And I came up with the script, Evil Intentions, and she read it twice, and because she doesn't understand English, real English, it's like
British. Are you talking about British?
I had a body in the boot of the car,
I know. I had to write
and I'm like banging the boot of the car in a scene, and I'm like, I've just had this. There's a body in there, the hands hanging out, and I said, this boot won't close. I've just had this car valeted. Well, in England, the trunk is a boot, and valeted is having your car detailed. So I'm writing it as an Englishman, and nobody's understanding what I'm writing.
Yeah.
So
Listen.
it was hilarious, trying to change everything, but
Lost in translation.
experience. It was great. But so she was a driving force behind me. She says, if you're going to do something, she's a great believer. Do it yourself.
I always think that a man, I'm not going to be sexist here, but I always think that a man
Kicking
always
under the
gets
table.
forward faster when they have a strong woman next
Behind
to him.
every good man is a strong woman.
Yes,
And I
exactly.
have an extremely strong woman behind me
Yes.
that pushed me in the right direction. And
A beautiful woman too.
yes.
She looks like she's 20 years under you. Not saying that you look old or anything. You look like you're 40 and she looks like she's 20. That's not bad. I'm being nice. Right?
Well, it was very nice meeting you. Anyway, so for that 6 months, I've been looking for the studio, and came up with location, and I called a very dear friend of mine who was also looking for the right opportunity. Her name's Alexandra Bello. I don't know if you know her. And we had lunch one afternoon, And I said, this is my plan. I've been looking at your work for the last 6 months, and I think you are fantastic doing what you do for South Florida. And it's something I really want to, get back involved with.
Yeah.
So, of course, me and Alex, we found this location, and it's been non-stop getting it ready.
Yeah.
My goal, to finish Evil Intentions, but to also provide a facility for all our friends in the industry who...
For a great price.
Who, like myself, was looking for locations for Evil. Police stations, warehouses, offices, and although 90% of the people out there were fantastic and they were saying, yes, not a problem, were still committed to their deadline, their timetable.
Right.
And schedules can change overnight. So I thought it was more convenient for me to have my own location with my own key so I could work on my schedule.
Yes.
So that was also a factor in opening Maps 305. And of course, now we're collaborating with yourself, then all our friends in the industry has a home.
Yeah, they do. They have a home. I mean, we do have to pay bills, so it's not a free home, but they have a very, very affordable home. I've been talking to some people, giving some tours at the studio, and everybody loves it. And they say, you know what, the prices are ridiculous here, so you guys are going to make some big stuff happen.
Well, sorry to interrupt. We know a lot of low-budget independent filmmakers.
Yeah.
Everybody can, it takes guts to pick up a camera and shoot something. There's a lot of criticism over a lot of people that shoot. But, you have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're finishing it, they're doing something better than the perfectionist.
Let them come to the studio where hopefully we will have a full in-house team that can guide them in the right direction at an affordable cost.
Exactly.
Because this is not LA. This is not New York. This is not London.
We cannot be asking for LA prices. You got to make $90,000 in LA a year to live decently. Mm-hmm. Over here, you can live decently for 40, right?
I don't know.
Here for 40,000?
Yeah, I know.
Not me.
Not me either.
What, is it too low?
No, 20,000.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll take what's behind door number 3.
I wouldn't go there.
Tell me a little bit about what you're working on.
Well, Evil, obviously. I just want to say one thing. I think that leading up to Maps 305 for you guys, and I speak for Michael. I've been with him, and I've seen him go up and down and have all these struggles that he's met along the way, and he's learned a lot, and he's gotten to this point. And we really thought that Evil would have been shot a long time ago, and some people are getting a little restless and whatnot, but. I would rather a producer or a production team take their time and get it done the right way, because there's too many people that just decide they want to put a film together and they do it and they don't really give a lot of thought to it. So it doesn't scare me that we've taken this much time, and all of that he's gone through has led up to now you've got Maps 305, and it gives us an opportunity to have some location shots in there. And he's really put his ducks in a row, which is why I'll stick with this guy and I'll work with him anytime. But in addition to that, I've got I have a couple of sitcoms. One is we did a pilot for it and a couple of episodes, and it's being screened in Miami in October. It's at the Web Series.
Miami Web Fest.
Miami Web Fest. It's there, and it's actually been nominated for a Best Actor. Not me. But
Brett Glover,
Brett Golov was nominated for Best Actor in the series. So it's being screened there. So it's kind of exciting, and so I'm going to go to that. And I never thought I was a writer, but I've actually started writing a bit, and I'm collaborating with another very talented actor, and we're putting a sitcom together, of which I don't want to say too much about yet.
Don't say it.
But you'll hear a lot more about that. And we'll end up showing up at Paradiso at Film Carpet.
Yes, you are definitely welcome. I cannot wait to see what you guys are putting together. And when you're working on it, even if it's not ready and you have a trailer, you can show it there and speak on the microphone and say, we're still looking for this type of people, It's more like the table, and we're going to talk about the table later, but visually, you can see what I'm working on, and I'm looking for this. And then people can pass out business cards. They can approach you. We have to take a quick break, but we will be right back, guys.
The beautiful and complex art world can raise many questions about copyright, trademarks, negotiations, and settlements, especially if you are an artist and entrepreneur. The key to success when doing business through art is to find a reliable, trustworthy lawyer to give you the most professional representation for your and your clients' peace of mind. Call entertainment lawyer Kevin Wood at 954-809-4351 to set up a free consultation and jumpstart your career with the right tools. The summer is almost here, and you can renew your home's curb appeal in just a few hours. First Class Pressure Cleaning specializes in residential driveways and landscaping. Starting at only $50, First Class can make your house look brand new. Let's get ready for summer. Call 786-440-8450 and take advantage of our specials. We promise quality, dedication, and professional service. Get your residents treated first class. First Class Pressure Cleaning brings class to your home. 786-440-8450 and tell them you heard about them from Artistic Times. You're listening to Artistic Times with Alexandra Bello. Call into the show at 888-565-1470 and join us on the red carpet as Alexandra interviews and informs at WNN 1470 and ABP TV. Now, back to our show.
And we are back. I just want to remind you that we are in 1470 a.m. every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. We are also, if you're in Atlanta, in 8:60 a.m. on Fridays. And if you are not listening to the radio, you can take an application on your phone called iHeartRadio, and you can listen to us live every Monday night. Just go to the station 1470 AM WNN and add it to your favorites, and then just listen to us from around the world. If you're more of a visual person, which is why we have this right here, the cameras, you can go to my channel Vimeo, ABP TV, and you can watch any interviews. You can catch up with old interviews. We have about 36 different episodes with different artists that we have interviewed, and it's very interesting and artistic experience for you to watch. So we have a Facebook event that is Artistic Times, and you can find me on Facebook, Alexandra Bello. Now, these gentlemen right here are also on social media. You can find, why don't you tell me, Tom, where can people find you and follow you?
Well, IMDb, obviously. Thomas Falborn on IMDb, and I'll give you, my acting reels and all the credits that I've done. And actually, it's a lot that's not on there. But that, and I have a personal Facebook page, and I have a professional Facebook page, Thomas Falborn Actor.
Please like it.
Yeah. Oh, please like it. Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Michael?
Same as Thomas. I have an IMDb page.
Michael McLaren.
Mike McLaren. I have a Facebook page, web page, acrossthepond.info. I've got my bio's on there, my reels are on there. Everybody wants to.
People can get to know everything that you're involved with. Now, I know that you are involved with the Florida Hampton Table.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that for the South Florida community. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's an offshoot of the group. Actually, was originally started in L.A. Rose Warner is better at this than I am, but I don't know how many years ago. But it was started with people like Steven Spielberg and a lot of big names that started it out there, and they all came together just as an opportunity to get together and to meet each other and to meet other people in the industry. So there are different offshoots around the country. There's one here, I believe. There's one. Now, there's going to be one in Atlanta, but there's one in New York and a couple of other places around the country. And it's just a great opportunity for, especially people, not only people starting in the business, but it's really important for people just starting in the business who have no idea who to contact, where to go. So it's a group of people that get together. We get together once a month, and everybody gets up and introduces themselves, and it's producers, it's directors, it's photographers, it's actors. Yeah, it's just a whole mixture of different people, and it's a great source for people to pull talent from. So
that's great.
They do a great job.
Yeah,
I've attended the table.
I have attended the table. I like it a lot.
I'd like to attend more often. I do. But Rose and Richard and her gang, they do a tremendous job.
Yeah.
Now,
packed house every Sunday.
I know that we're going to be doing something to bring people together at Maps. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What are your ideas for the future for Maps? What do you see?
Well, we're going to be a full on film studio. We're going to be looking at film, TV, music videos, documentaries, infomercials, everything to do with the camera.
And then at night, what is it gonna like a networking venue?
I'm sorry,
It's gonna...
not going there.
No, not even there. I'm talking about a night when everything is over. It's gonna be a networking venue for events,
anybody
for movie
that
nights.
anybody needs to come up to Maps and have a tour or hold an event there.
Seminars, workshops.
We're going to be having a collaboration with many actors, directors, filmmakers. I think the last week in October.
Yes.
We have some great ideas. Many people, we read the posts every day on Facebook or in the media about Florida. It's going nowhere. There's no talent here. There's money here. Everybody's turning their back on Florida. Well, guess what? I'm not.
Yes.
Right? I think there's a great opportunity here for us to be successful and create a successful movie.
Florida is about to blow up.
And stamp Florida on the map. I have an idea which we are going to present to all our friends at the last weekend of October, and hopefully, we'll all see the same. We'll all be signed on the same page. Can't reveal too much now.
No.
But I have a couple more people to discuss this situation with. But the last weekend in October, that's going to be an explosive evening for South Florida.
Yes.
And we're going to be holding this at Maps 305.
Yes.
Very, very exciting, actually. He's told me a little bit about it, but it's very exciting.
It's time.
Yes, we are inviting anybody out there that wants to collaborate and come together to something bigger than themselves and their little projects. I mean, little projects are good, but it's important to once in a while do a major project where everybody gets credited, Whether it's not about egos, it's not about any of that. It's about coming together like little ants and putting films. Because if you watch the credits, if you watch the movie all the way to the end and you read the credits, which I usually do, you see how many people it took to make that movie.
Oh, yeah.
So film is something that it's a venue that allows a lot of people to get paid and, gives jobs. It generates jobs across the country. So that's very important.
So hold that day, last Saturday of October.
Great. What day is that? We're also planning a Halloween party. So
okay,
they cannot compete against each other. This one is more important, but we still want to do the party. Maybe we can do the party at the end of the meeting or something, like have our own party.
It's going to be an industry night and a costume party.
Yeah, and then we're going to be discussing.
I think it's a great idea, actually.
I think it is a great idea. I think
as
everybody
long as there's no alcohol involved.
No alcohol involved.
Because
I don't
drink anymore.
Oh, okay.
And I don't drink any less.
I exactly. You said it right. No, but actually, it's going to be hilarious that people be dressed in their favorite actors or their lookalikes
so then that
for
could
the
actually
contest.
put a lot of people in good spirits, and they may sign on the dotted line. So I like that idea, Alex. I love it. We'll put some extra cocktails in the punch bowl.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Anyways, I just want to remind everyone, because we are coming to the end of the show, that you can go to my website, alexandrabello.com. You can go to the Vimeo channel and watch this interview if you want to watch it again. If you want to embed it somewhere, you can just go to Vimeo, AVP TV, and embed this interview. You can even tell the embedding where to start the interview if you don't want to start at the beginning or whatever, that makes you happy.
Yeah.
But
if you really want to see this video and this 40-year-old...
40-year-old right here.
Yeah, I wish.
And Thomas, 40-year-old right here as well.
Oh, 35, I think.
35? That's amazing.
He's older than I am.
He's a youngster.
That is amazing.
He's a youngster.
No, but it is a pleasure. I want you gentlemen to repeat your social media outlets so people can communicate with you and follow you directly.
Thomas Falborn IMDb page and Facebook page, Thomas Falborn actor. And can I just make one plug for the series that I'm working on? I just want this woman. Tesla Bella.
Tess, we love you.
You know Tesla Bella. She is amazing. She is crazy, but I love her, and she's an amazing character actor. And I have the good fortune of really hooking up with her and her husband Freddie, who is also a very talented writer. And we are creating this sitcom, and it's gonna. I can't wait to start talking about it. It's just gonna blow your mind.
Amazing. Amazing. How about you, Michael? We have 30 seconds left.
I'm super excited for Thomas to tell me all about it over a cocktail later. Anyway, Michael
Over
McLaren.
a cocktail later. He doesn't drink.
I'm English. IMDb, Michael McLaren. Also Facebook. A lot of people know me on Facebook. And my webpage is acrossthepond.info.
Perfect. Awesome. So remember, guys, if you want to friend this gentleman, just follow me on Facebook, Alexandra Bello. They are my friends, and you can friend them right there. Thank you very much. This was Artistic Times Radio. Alexandra Bello here. Hear you later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have been listening to Alexandra Bello. From Alexandra Bello Productions and Artistic Times Radio, join us every Tuesday at 7:30 and get informed in the world of artists, celebrities, musicians, writers, and more on the Red Carpet Fashion Show. Join us next week for more red carpet treatment of Artistic Times. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.